Hey guys, Blood Moon Bobby here, and continuing on in our sort of Disney trailer day, where we're looking at trailers for upcoming Disney reboots slash sequels, and we're coming across a very interesting idea. Like, rather than making like a reimagining of an existing Disney movie, or I don't really consider this a sequel. This is I think this is more Disney taking advantage of a property they already have, but they're how can I put this? They're doing like a sort of what if example. Like in this case it's what would happen if Christopher Robin grew up, and that's the name of the movie we're looking at, Christopher Robin, which is I don't think has anything to do with that Fox Searchlight movie, Goodbye Christopher Robin, which that movie was about what inspired A. A. Milne, the author, to write Winnie the Pooh stories. This movie, I think it's a new idea. From what I hear, it sounds like basically the Winnie the Pooh version of Hook. So I'm guessing Christopher Robin grew up. I know in the movie he has a wife now, so maybe it's a thing where like he doesn't believe in Winnie the Pooh before, and now he has to be reminded of Winnie the Pooh, and he starts believing in him again. So I guess that's the premise. Don't quote me on that. If that's not what it is, that's what I have heard from some sources. But without further ado, unlike going on that tangent I did for Mary Poppins Returns, let's get into this trailer.
We've called an emergency meeting this weekend.
I promised my wife and daughter I'd take them away this weekend, sir.
We need to cut 20%.
You were promised these people good jobs.
And I thought you'd do anything for this company.
Well, have a good time.
It's Disney. Do we have to be reminded of what this is? That one was pretty decent.
What to do, what to do, what to do.
What to do indeed.
Pooh?
Christopher Robin.
I've cracked.
Oh, I don't see any cracks. A few wrinkles, maybe.
Hold on, let me look that up. Okay, pretty cool. I like Ewan McGregor. I've seen him, Robots, and probably my favorite movie that he starred in is Danny Boyle's Trainspotting, and of course, although he was one of the better parts, he was in the Star Wars prequels as the young Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hi, Star Butterfly. Some focus on this. This is really interesting. In the way that they're going about it. Like, I don't know, it's so weird. I thought it was gonna be like a live action CGI cross. Like, we were actually gonna see like Pooh looking like what he did, and oh my god, I'm getting some real like nostalgia, because yeah, I was one of the kids who grew up with Winnie the Pooh. That was one of the very first like at least Disney properties I saw, and even though I think it's kind of weird, it's honestly kind of touching. The idea that this, like, not like an animated form, but like it's Christopher Robin's toy, and like I'm a kid who grew up with like loving like stuffed animals, so to see like this stuffed Pooh Bear like saying oh hey, what's up, Christopher Robin, it's so like crazy. Obviously Christopher in the trailer is like pretty stunned. Obviously his toy not only has come back from the past, but it's alive and moving. So I gotta be honest, that really hit me in the feels. Which Just a little like thing I have to say about feels, because everyone likes to say, "Oh, I'm not crying, you are." I mean, what matters most is, does this like legitimately affect you? Like, rather than just saying, "Oh, it made me cry," because it's good to have an emotional response, but it's also best when it's done the right way. And in this trailer, much like Mary Poppins Returns, which is a weird comparison, but I think you get the idea, it's definitely done in the right way. So let's actually see, the Hundred Acre is opening up to our world. So I'm guessing rather than taking Christopher Robin to the Hundred Acre Wood, it's set in the real world. Did they say when it's coming?
Cracked. Oh, I don't see any cracks. A few wrinkles, maybe.
They just say coming soon. It is pretty neat though that they actually got Jim Cummings to voice Winnie the Pooh himself. Is he voicing Tigger? Oh. Wait, why are they giving Tigger to somebody else? Jim Cummings voiced both Pooh and Tigger. I don't know. Maybe I don't want to get into speculation, not with a movie like this, but let's actually take a look. Nah, I'm not. I mean, Christopher Walken's a good actor, but this is not what we're looking at. Whew. Yeah, I didn't mean to come across this Wikipedia article that gives his death date. Sad that he didn't get to, the real Christopher Robin didn't get to live, live that long. Tom McCarthy, interesting, the guy who wrote Spotlight. Where's the working class family man Christopher Robin encounters his childhood friend Winnie the Pooh, who helps him to rediscover the joys of life. Coincidentally, I'm not saying Disney is just repeating themselves, but it's so funny how both these movies are about characters. Both this and Mary Poppins Returns are about characters from the past coming back to remind the somebody about the joys of life. I mean, it's just coincidence. I know it's not, in this case, it's not Disney repeating itself, I should say. But yeah, it's definitely a real treat for nostalgic taste buds. I mean, I'm obviously hoping that not to go off on a tangent again, but in the case of Ready Player One, which also its advertising also relies a lot on nostalgia, which honestly, because in that movie the problem with that is people are going to be asking, well, what's the story about? Like, why are all these characters from many franchises here? This one, I think, can use nostalgia more to its advantage, especially since it's a movie that's all about an adult, the adult version of a child character, having grown up and having to rediscover, like, his childhood, So it'll be interesting to see. Is it going to be like Hook, where Christopher Robin is completely in complete denial, and then he steps up to the idea? Well, not steps up to the idea, but he reminds himself, this is what he used to be, and in some way, this is who he is now. So that'll be interesting because, unlike Hook, where, Robin Williams plays this really, strict, no-nonsense businessman, Christopher Robin, Ewan McGregor's character, he does seem like, a guy who he wants to spend more time with his family, and, now that, his family's going on a trip, and now, he's being, left behind, and he has to reconnect with his childhood toys. So I don't think it's gonna be like Hook, or like the Hook version of Winnie the Pooh. They're definitely going from a different angle, but we'll have to see more trailers to really get an idea of where they're going. Mary Poppins Returns comes out this Christmas. This movie comes out in August, which is a really weird time because that's in between the summer, like towards the tail end of the summer movie season, and right when, you know, the Oscar movies are beginning. And a movie like this could honestly have some Oscar potential, not as much as something like Saving Mr. Banks, but, you know, you have Ewan McGregor, a really good actor, as the star. So I think, like, you know, I think they should at least move this. I mean, obviously they don't want this to compete with Mary Poppins Returns, but I would have liked to have seen the movie come out in maybe like September, and maybe Ewan McGregor could have a chance at getting Best Actor. So, and I think it's about time too. So, but all in all, it's a very I'm not gonna. It's a very, like, this trailer hit me even more than like Mary Poppins, mainly because I'll admit it's because of more personal reasons. Because, like I said in Mary Poppins Returns, I didn't grow up with Mary Poppins, whereas I've been, you know, I remember watching Winnie the Pooh cartoons when I was a really little kid, like when I was like 4 or 5 years old. So this really, like, as you know, as a 21-year-old like guy who's just about to graduate college, and by the time this movie comes out, I graduate, this really hits me, you know. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm even starting to kind of even feel it a little in my eyes. So but let's end it here before I start getting, like, you know, start crying. So, alright guys, I definitely am really interested to see where this trailer goes. So, alright guys, this has been Blood Moon Bobby, and thanks for watching, and hopefully I'm not gonna go start crying a fountain of tears. Hey guys, this has been a Blood Moon Bobby video. Please like this video or dislike it, and please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.